The best way to provide real value is by giving everything away. And I'm not just saying everything that you own, not your shirt, not your your beliefs, not everything. I'm talking about anything when it comes to content. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of people feel like, but if I give away too much information, I'm going to be giving away my trade secrets, or I'm going to be giving away my thought process, or everybody needs to sign an NDA in order to get access to my information, because they feel that they have an insecurity that they're not necessarily addressing because of the fact they don't want competition to come out of the woodwork and just be like, oh, I'm going to take all of your information and then I'm literally just going to use it for myself. I'm going to be honest with you. 90% of the people who watch your content on a consistent basis, including your competitors, are not going to use the information that they see online. Because I'll be honest with you, like, how many times have you literally saved a post? How many times have you literally saved a reel? How many times have you literally saved a TikTok, a YouTube short? It really doesn't matter, a carousel even, and you haven't even looked back to it. There's so many things going on in life that people are never going to have the time in order to actually go back into their save folder and literally just look up the information that they basically saved from your profile. But the people that you do actually need to watch out for are the 10% of people that actually do something about it. So my recommendation is, it always works in your favor to provide more value in every single video, especially in videos like this, right? Like anything within long form, turn it into short form, or vice versa, right? So here are 3 really quick ways that you can actually give more value in your videos, more so than anything else, without being insecure about literally any of your competitors taking your information away. But before we get into that, if you like the video so far, please like and subscribe, because I literally put videos out like this every single day, and you don't want to miss them, because I put them out on content creation, content planning, strategy, social media marketing, and how to use that content to make money online. Anyway, getting back into the video. The first thing is you have to develop an insatiable amount of consistency, not only with your business, but also with yourself. And that means by getting on social media overall and posting every single day. I used to be the person to say like, oh, you can post only once a day and you'll be completely fine and that'd be cool and everybody's gonna be hot and dandy. But these days, volume plus consistency plus discipline literally outshines every single metric on the board whatsoever. That's how I was able to generate over 50 million views with all of my content, including my clients also generating millions of views every single month, on top of the fact literally generating 2 different social media marketing agencies, both making multiple 6 figures, on top of that setting appointments for these said clients for these 2 different businesses overall. And now we're generating a course and a coaching program and a community, which you can click the first link in the description. But that's besides the point. I have literally gotten to points where I would be posting 5 to 10 times a day. I remember back in 2022 when I was first getting on TikTok, and I actually wanted to see if TikTok actually works, and I wanted to test this volume thing, this volume concept. This is before Alex Hormozi, this is before Russell Brunson, this is before Grant Cardone, this is before all of the social media influencers literally told me that I should do more volume. And at the end of the day, I was just like, well, if I literally just do more, then nobody can contest. And time again, literally has proved me right in the sense of, for business, making money, making content, making stuff go viral, etc. So literally in a 90-day period, I took my TikTok from 0 to 12K followers. Haven't done anything with that because I was actually in the midst of like literally rebranding and whatnot. So I stopped doing TikTok. Same thing with YouTube. Literally in a 90-day period, went from 0 to 11K in the music niche. And same thing with Instagram. Literally went from 0 to 3K in just 3 months. So my main thing is that volume is always going to be the answer. And it's literally the consistent thing that has brought my clients with the short form organic content agency to go viral multiple times and provide more business and more organic traffic to create more business in the future with. So that's the first thing. I would just focus on just being insatiable about the amount of volume that you create. Second thing that I would provide in order to provide more value in your videos overall is that I would just literally talk about more things that you're convicted about. And this is something that I've learned in 2025. If you're watching this in 2026 or beyond, hello, but this is literally filmed on Christmas Eve, and I wanted to get this message out mainly because, first of all, I want to get a post in today, but on top of that, I want to stress the fact that being convicted about whatever you say on camera literally will boost your numbers and your trajectory, bar none. Because at the end of the day, people are not going to believe people who are kind of like shifty in the way that they speak. If you literally go to a convention today, whether it be about real estate, lawyers, making money, making content, social media, it doesn't matter. Literally any convention right now, and somebody's literally speaking in front of 1,000 people with a mic in their face, and they literally start talking about like, well, you see like that the thing of this and everything to save money and like, and yeah, you know, like, oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm having such a hard time. Like you're not gonna believe in them. You're not gonna believe their message. So my thing that I learned in 2025 that will literally provide you more value than any other camera, any other lens could provide you is becoming more convicted about the things that you say and the things that you share. How do you do that? Well, obviously sit down, right? Sit down with yourself, play 15 to 30 minutes, maybe once a week, maybe once a month, whatever it is, and write down things that you genuinely believe in about stuff that people genuinely talk about. If your niche is about making money, write down your unpopular opinions based off of making money. If you are in the fitness niche, write down the unpopular opinions that you have about fitness. If you have opinions on making social media happen for yourself, whether it be making content or just social media management overall, then write your unpopular opinions literally every single month or every single week or every single day for 15 to 30 minutes, and you'll figure out what makes you tick, and more often than not, what makes us tick. 10,000 people will also be ticked in that way, if that makes sense. So take into consideration what your unpopular opinions are, and then literally write them down and literally express them in the way that you do with so much energy. And you sense that right now from watching this video right now, because I feel genuinely powerful about these specific concepts, because I was taught this, I literally did this myself, and I will continue to do so going into 2026. Anyway, third point is value is determined by the viewer, not by the effort in the video. Value, and I'll say it again, value is determined by the viewer, not by the effort in the video. Does that make sense? So I'll explain like this. Have you ever been in a situation, if you're a person that makes content, have you ever been in a situation in which that you're like, oh my God, yeah, this video's gonna kill. Yeah, this video's gonna do well. Yeah, you know, with this transition and all these creative assets and this, that, and the third, and make it look cool, blah, blah, blah. And then it tanks. That sucks. You know what I mean? And have you ever been in the situation where your video that you spent like 10 hours on in order to create for a short form piece of content or a short form platform, and the same thing for your long form platform, and then the video that you put the least amount of effort goes viral or has 100, 200, maybe even 300,000 views? Bro, this one concept has literally happened to me more so than not, and for my clients as well. And that's how they get like millions of views. Literally less effort, more conviction. So tying it in with like tip 2, you should be more insatiably worried about what it is that you say and the way that you communicate, and make sure that you understand that the value that you're giving to somebody is dependent on the viewer, not necessarily the effort that you put in the video. And just to double down on that fact, I also want to say that because they're interpreting your video, they're getting value from it, they're going to do engagement. They're gonna like it, they're gonna share it, they're gonna repost it, they're gonna send it to their best friend, this, that, and the third, because it hits for them, right? Just because a video looks nice doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to do well, right? So it's our job as content creators, it's our job as social media managers, it's our job as social media marketers to know what our audience gets ticked by. So if we put the least amount of effort and we have a video that goes viral, what's the most obvious thing to do next? Literally make more of those, right? And the value that we provide to them is dependent on what they engage with. And I mean that not necessarily being like, oh, you know, like doing super like materialistic things like the girls, the guys, if that's the case. Shout out to the girls out here. The guys, the cars, the purses, the bags, the nails, like all this, that, and the third. I'm not talking about this stuff. I'm talking about the fact that you can literally sit on a camera and just talk to somebody like a normal human being and let them know some piece of advice that you've learned from actual experiences in your life, like mine, for example, or whatever your experiences like lead to and what value you can get out of them, and you just share them. And I'm not necessarily saying that you should make more Yap videos like I usually talk about on this channel, but what I'm basically saying is that the value that you provide into the marketplace is dependent on what your audience says, not what you say. And I don't care if you have the biggest cinema camera. I don't care if you have like an RE Mini LF with DZO film lenses. Shout out to all my filmmaking people that know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's not necessarily going to guarantee a result. Because for me, I rather assess the patterns within my content that people are essentially vibing with, and then recreate those patterns so a consistent result will be able to happen. And I can't do that if I'm literally thinking that I'm providing more value in a video just because of the way it looks, right? I'm literally shooting this on Christmas Eve in the middle of my childhood home, and I'm just basically talking to you about stuff that I'm very convicted about. No edits, just completely raw, because of the fact I made sure that a lot of the audience that I have enjoys this type of content. They want me to be real with them. So then why am I going to go out of my way in order to make all these cinema projects? I'm making those cinema projects for me, not for my audience, for me, right? Because once we understand what we're making for our audience, we can then have permission in order to make the content for us. And that's really powerful as a creator. Anyway, I hope those are very helpful. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe and turn your bell notifications on, because I put videos out like this every single day and you don't want to miss them. Literally going into 2026, there's going to be a video every single day or 2 every single day. And I just want to make sure that I'm honest about that commitment that I'm keeping to myself and to my channel overall, because we are growing actually, which is nice. But anyway, by the way, if you want to learn how to do this and develop a social media marketing agency and take it to 6 figures in whatever aspect of social media marketing, literally click the first link in the description and we'll literally teach you how to do that in 90 days. And we'd love to see you there and talk to you about what you want to do with social media marketing overall. Other than that, thank you so much for watching the video. If you loved watching so much, literally click the video that's literally recommended by YouTube around here in the screen. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas. Peace.